Hi there, I'm Justin Pritchard. This is the 24,000 Canadian dollar 2020 Nissan Sentra SR. And if you're after an affordable car with all the good stuff that's really nice to drive, you'll want to be checking one of these out. This is the 8th generation Sentra, brand new for 2020, and in the several decades and more than 6 million Sentras sold over the years, what we're seeing here is yet another example of an automaker throwing everything they've got into a package price for the sweet spot on the market. And that's where shoppers are looking to spend somewhere between about $20,000 and $30,000. By the numbers, for that money you're more likely to be shopping for a crossover, but if you want something more spirited to drive, more personal, and less generic to look at, you might find a good old-fashioned sedan like this one will do you just fine. And if that's the case, then this one is batting its chiseled eyelashes in your direction. What a face on this thing. It's like an angry little Maxima, and my camera just loved it. Sentra starts in the high teens with a 6-speed stick and in the very low 20s with automatic. My tester is second from top of the lineup, showing around $24,000 with the SR Premium coming in for about $26,000 above it. And here's the thing, for that $24,000 Nissan wants for the Sentra on your screen, you're getting a lot of machine. Look at the size of this trunk, and we can fold the rear seats down and look at the space in here. Remember when Sentra used to be a small car? Well, not anymore. In fact, this one is 2 inches wider and 2 inches lower than its predecessor, helping enable generous onboard space. Up front at 5'10", it's sufficiently roomy in all directions. Behind myself, no issue either. And actually, that is some very good rear seat legroom. This is a perfectly good back seat for longer drives, even if you're a grown-up. Storage, too. Pockets and more pockets, and a handy cubby here with charging ports at the ready, and even a little nook here for your key fob or coffee change if you like. This is one of the more upscale interiors I think you'll find for the dollar. These round center vents look like something from a pricey Audi or Benz. Soft touch materials are fully deployed in all of the right areas, and look at all the stitching and depth. So an interior that really leaves you feeling like you're getting your money's worth on how it looks and feels, I think, and that's backed up by the equipment too. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, automatic multi-zone climate control, push-button start, radar cruise, collision alert. This tester included an array of outward-looking hazard detection technology, like blind spot monitoring, lane departure alert, and it can even detect incoming traffic as you back up. Now, before long, this sort of tech will all be about as standard as power windows, and today, it's great to see it rolling out more steadily at lower prices than ever. And if this is your first car with some of these features, you'll probably appreciate how easy the various systems are to turn on and off to taste as you learn them. Elsewhere, everything's pretty logically laid out, easy to find, approachable, and easy to use. The central touchscreen system looks good, operates easily, and is simple to navigate before long, or connect your phone and you've got key functions upscaled into the main screen with full voice command functionality using the dialogue you're already used to. But it's when you start driving the Sentra that you start seeing some of its very best work. Under the hood, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder with 149 horsepower and 145 pounds of torque sent to the front wheels by Nissan's continuously variable transmission, or CVT. This works just like a regular automatic, but with no gears to shift, it does improve the drive, smoother, quicker, and more responsive. You'll be surprised with how snappy this is off the line. Even a little touch on the throttle gets the Sentra charging away quickly. Then the transmission and engine work in sync to smoothly glide the car up to speed with the revs roughly locked into place. Here, the little engine is quiet and unintrusive. If you're a light-footed driver who will primarily use eco mode to save fuel, you'll probably hardly notice the engine at all. Sportier drivers will wish for more high-end jam to match the snappy starts. Sentra feels more responsive in city driving than it does on the highway. If you're not shy with the throttle, there's adequate power and the engine stays refined across the rev range, but it is nothing special to listen to if you get it spinning fast enough to really hear it. Though this type of transmission has no gears, you'd hardly ever know. Trick programming means it operates like a very responsive automatic most of the time, kicking down and shifting up and boosting performance and mileage in the process, and it's very smooth about it. A quiet cabin backs up all the refinement. At highway speeds on smooth pavement, there's no need to raise your voice to chat with whoever's sitting next to you, though road noise does start to creep up pretty quickly on rougher surfaces. On my watch, that made Sentra most impressive as a highway cruiser where noise levels are concerned. But no complaints about the ride. In fact, that's probably Sentra's most valuable asset. It feels and rides bigger and pricier, especially on the highway. Smoother body motions and a more dense and solid feel than I usually expect for the dollar. The suspension feels nicely sorted and fine-tuned, and from that basis, they've even added some slick technology that uses very precise and strategic application of single-wheel braking to help smooth out the body motions of the car. That is to say, the brakes help make the ride more comfortable more of the time. And the thing about that is that it works really, really well. To me, this rides on most surfaces like a bigger and pricier machine. So a quiet, comfy 24 grand car with a highway ride like a 40 grand car. On ride and handling overall, I'd say this sits somewhere between the slightly stiffer and sportier Mazda 3 and the softer and more comfortable but less exciting to drive Toyota Corolla. If you're in this segment, you'll want to be checking out those as well. Ditto the Subaru Impreza, Honda Civic, and Hyundai Elantra. Even the brakes are precise and feel nice at the pedal and perform eagerly, and they're easy to work smoothly. So in all, on looks, equipment, space for the dollar, and maybe especially driving manners, this is about as good as a $24,000 car gets these days. Steering is easygoing but slower than an enthusiast driver will like, and there are no paddle shifters either, although some model grades are available with a manual transmission if you like. Gripes: the comfy seats are made out of this special type of fabric that literally everything sticks to. Half of my dog is in this car, and he never even came for a ride. You'll want to keep a lint roller nearby if you're a bit of a neat freak like me. Also, square cup holders are fine for square drinks. Most of mine are round, yours too, probably, so these are a strange thing in such an otherwise well-done cabin. So, a few weaknesses, many strengths, and a really solid combination of all the stuff you probably want for your dollar in a car that looks and drives really nicely. Thanks for watching.
Well, thank you for watching. My name is Justin Pritchard. Until next time, take care and drive safe, and we'll see you in the next video.